Hi guys, it's time to do my evening skincare and I thought I'd share what I do because I've been really liking my skincare routine lately. My skin has never looked better, honestly. My skin is always like a work in progress, but I feel like I'm almost there. And I thought I'd share what I'm doing at the moment. So as you can see, I did have a little breakout right here, but it's almost gone. But overall, I don't really have any acne. Let me just actually put my hair up. So I use tretinoin. I struggled for so long with tretinoin and I feel like my skin is finally getting used to it. And I really wanted to share my routine because I feel like it could help some of you guys who are also using tretinoin. So I use tretinoin 0. Let me just actually take it. So this is the one I use. I always get it from just the pharmacy, so I just have a prescription. I have the 0.02%, so a really low percentage. I don't know if they have lower than this. I think this is the lowest. I used to be at 0.05%, but my skin would just not get used to it and it would just peel and burn and just could not get used to it. So I asked for a lower subscription and they changed my subscription. I use tretinoin for anti-aging. I use it for to prevent acne. For those of you who don't know, tretinoin actually tackles 3 out of 4 acne causes. So the one that it doesn't prevent is it's not antibacterial. So I actually have like a different step in my skincare routine, which is antibacterial. But like if you tackle all of the 4 causes of acne, which I'll actually just put on the screen right now, and I'll also link like the video from Dr. Lee, which are like 2 dermatologists on YouTube which have like amazing videos and they talk all about those 4 causes. So anyway, I'll link the video below from Dr. Lee where they explain like how acne is caused. So that's like such an interesting video to watch. Anyways, let's just go through my skincare routine. So I always start with cleansing and making sure all of the makeup is gone. Like I need all of the makeup to be gone. I used to actually triple cleanse, which kind of sounds insane, but I used to use an oil just to like get everything off or just like loose, and then I would use my micellar water and then I would use my cleanser. So triple cleanse, I guess. But now I just double cleanse because I've used like an oil. So I've used this actually for years, which is just like a basic oil. It's actually a body oil, but it was like okay to put on your face because you're rinsing it off. And that's what I've done for years. I also use like a balmy oil cleanser, but I stopped doing that because I noticed I was getting like little squiggly worms getting out of my nose. That sounds a bit weird, but like at the sides of my nose, like right here, I would get like white, like worm type things getting out of my nose. It weren't worms, like they weren't alive, but just like excess sebum, excess oil getting out of my nose. So like little white strings. I'll actually put like a Google photo. And I used to never get them. And I just thought it must have been like the balmy oil cleanser that I would use. And it just like felt like it couldn't beat that cleanser because I was using the Geek and Gorgeous one, this one, because Abby Young, also on YouTube, uses that one and she loves that one. So I thought like, no, it cannot beat that, but I feel like it started when I started using that one. So I switched back to this one, but they kept coming. So I decided to just stop with the oil cleansing. So now I just use micellar water, and I've been using this Garnier one for years and years and years and I love it. I actually switched to this one. I used to use the light pink one, which is for sensitive skin, but this one is for dry and sensitive skin. And I checked the ingredient list and it has the exact same ingredients as the sensitive skin one, but this just has glycerin like higher up in the ingredient list, which means there's more glycerin in this one. So exact same ingredients, but just more glycerin. And glycerin is just like a moisturizing ingredient. So I switched over to this one because I'm using the tretinoin. And this is just a little bit more moisturizing because tretinoin is so drying. So I just use like a couple of cotton rounds. I know I should probably use like reusable cotton rounds, but I just don't like them. I just feel like they rub all the dirt into my skin. I don't know if that's just me, but I really don't like that. So, and I just gently rub over my skin and it just immediately takes off all of the makeup. And I used to also use the oil cleanser because I always use SPF in the mornings. And if your SPF is like waterproof, you also want to use an oil cleanser just to break up the SPF. But I don't know, I'm just now fully relying on the micellar water because I don't want the oil to clog my pores and get me those white worms out of my nose. So I just make sure like get everything off my face. Sometimes I like to use like two at the same time and make it like a little spa moment. I always make sure like this is almost clean, like it's not fully clean, but I'm using a cleanser. So that's the first step. Then I go in with a cleanser. I have a couple of cleansers actually. So I use 3 different cleansers. In the evening, I always switch. This is what I use in the morning, so I'll talk about this in the morning. But in the evening, I like to use these 2 cleansers, or either or. So one of these depends on how my skin feels. So if I feel like my skin is super dry, it's like peeling because of the tretinoin, I like to use the Cream one. This is just like the most basic cleanser. Super gentle, like the most important thing I've learned with my skin and having acne and things like that. Like, I'll actually like show you a picture of how my skin used to look. I should have probably showed you in the beginning, but you want to be super gentle with your skin. Focus on moisturizing and not stripping your skin. So just be super gentle. That's why I use the micellar water for sensitive and dry skin, just to make it like, just to make sure it's like the most gentle cleanser. Then I either use this basic one from Cream, which I love. This is like super, like, I don't know, I just love the consistency of this. When I feel like my skin can handle a bit more, I'll use this one. It's a Cetaphil Gentle Clear and it has salicylic acid in it. It also has like some soothing ingredients because salicylic acid actually kind of strips the oils off your skin. So this will also help with acne because it's like targeting the oils, and it will also help with any like blackheads if you have any blackheads. Yeah, I just love using this for my salicylic acid. I just love using it in a cleanser form, just so it's way more gentle. Like I said, I just want to be super gentle, so I like to have my actives in my cleansers. I sometimes also use why is this so hard to pronounce? A salicylic acid toner, but that's like more of my gym morning routine. I'm actually also filming a gym morning routine, so I'll just go over that in my gym morning routine video. But just use like a little bit of the salicylic acid cleanser, and I just like to massage that into my skin and make sure I'm getting like all parts of my face. So also going like right there, like just in front of my ears and like into my hairline a little, because I used to get like little pimples there. So ever since that happened, I'm just making sure I'm getting it everywhere, like also in my hairline, because I can get like pimples in my hairline. I recently switched actually all of my hair products. So these are all of my older hair products, so Olaplex, Pureology, Kerastase, like all of the fancy hair products. I'm not planning on not using them anymore because I was getting acne from my hair products. So that's like another tip, like check your hair products, because lots of hair products that I use that I love for my hair have coconut oil in it, which is comedogenic, so it blocks your pores. So anytime my hair would touch my face, I noticed I was getting pimples, because I had a period where I was always wearing my hair up and I was having no acne, and then I started to try and wear my hair more down and I was getting so much acne again. And then I was like wearing it up and it would clear up, and then I would try wear it down again and I would get acne again. So I'm like 100% sure it was my hair product. So I actually like a couple of days ago switched to like a natural, non-perfumed. Like there's nothing that clogs your pores. I always make sure I get my neck as well. And then just make sure you're rinsing everything off. And then I just pat my skin dry, or not really dry, but like barely pat it. Like now it's still wet. Now we want to moisturize. So now our skin is wet, which is actually moisturizing our skin, and we want to lock that wetness in. I'm going to use my niacinamide. I'm using niacinamide, which is great for hydration, redness in your skin, and for acne. Like if I remember correctly, it minimizes the oil production in your skin. So I just make sure I put that everywhere, also my neck, and then I just rub whatever is left on my hands. Then I like to use my beautiful moisturizer. This is from Cream. It has such good ingredients. It's based on squalane, which is like an oil, which is really similar to your natural oils. So it's such a good moisturizer and it just feels amazing. This has no bad ingredients, just like all of my skincare. Like I make sure there's nothing nasty in it. This has hyaluronic acid. This has ceramides, which is really good for building your skin barrier and just making your skin like stronger. This is also non-pore clogging. No fragrance, like nothing is in here that you don't need. We just like use a little bit of this. Just taking a bit more from my neck. And then last step before tretinoin is I put on my La Roche-Posay Cicaplast. So this is actually like a thicker balm. Let me show you. So it's like a little bit thicker. And this is really going to, like, I always see this like as my shield. Like this is going to protect my skin. It's going to lock in all that moisture that we just put on. I just really like this. Like it's super, like I don't know if it's like moisturizing by itself, but it just puts like a layer on your skin. And I just love how it feels. Okay, so then I'm going to let this like settle in for like 10 minutes just because I don't want to put the tretinoin on like wet skin. Like my skin isn't wet, but like the products are not sunken in yet. So I like to wait for at least like 10 minutes before I go in with the tretinoin. So now I'm just going to make sure, like I don't like washing my hands that often because I don't want to get like wrinkly old hands. So I'm now just making sure I'm not going to touch anything with this hand for 10 minutes. And I'm actually like, this is my time to meditate. I'm just going to meditate for like most of the time. My meditations are like 8 to 12 minutes. So I'm just going to do that. And then we'll be back to put on the tretinoin. If you're now going to put on the tretinoin, it's going to penetrate all the way into your skin. And my skin is just so sensitive to tretinoin. Like it will peel, and I just want to moisturize as much as I can before I put on the tretinoin. So let's just meditate and we'll be back. Time for the tretinoin. So I kind of like to use quite a lot of it actually, or I used to use so much less, and now I just try to use it a bit more. I don't know, at some point I was like watching a reel or like a short from Dr. Lee, and he showed me like a pea-sized amount, and it was so much, like this amount, and I was using like maybe like a quarter of this or maybe even less. And I realized maybe I should use like way more. So now I'm using more. And then whatever's left, I like to put it on my neck as well. I don't put this like over my eyes, like just go around it. I actually let this sink in for 10 to 20 minutes, maybe even longer. And then like I'll just go into bed, watch like Netflix or something with the boyfriend. And then I just like to let this set in, and then I'll follow up with another layer of this, which I won't show you because that's just me putting on another layer of this. And then I go to sleep, and then I just wake up with like moisturized glowing skin. So I'll see you guys in the morning.